Back with head coach Scott Nagy. Here post-game, his comments are brought to you by CMC Mitchell and Associates. Southern Falls 90-86 here to the Belmont Bruins. Coach, you trailed by as many as 14 late in the first half, and then boom, right out of the gate in the second half, your team comes out and gets the fight right back into this game. I know everything will focus on how this game ends, and no doubt that's a frustrating note. But what did you find out about really the grit of your group to come out to really just throw a haymaker there to start the second half?
Well, I think even in the first half we didn't, we really didn't have the fight that we should have had. The second half, clearly we did. And played, with confidence. But, we scored 86 points and lost the game. We're just not good enough defensively. It doesn't matter what we do. We have been – we're not good defensively. We just scored 86 points and lost. They shot 55, 53%. It's hard to win games. And, so we have a good offensive game, which is, we've been waiting for that, for our guys to just play with some confidence. But just defensively, that's the struggle. And you get out rebounded by 9, and it's hard to win games. You get out rebounded by 9, it is hard to win a game. And, my heart's broken for the kids because they, you could see they really believed. But I just don't think there's any moral victories. There were so many small things. They had 12 offensive rebounds. That was the difference in the game. It was flat out the difference in the game. All we had to do was clean that up, and we would have won this basketball game. And I constantly kept looking back there, and we had guards leaking out, not going to rebound. Their second chance points just killed us.
Coach, I know it was maybe an area of adjustment that you wanted to make for the first half, the second half, outside of wanting to see that energy level from your team. But how big really was Jarrett Hensley to really make that impact, and especially when he got out of the game with those 4 fouls, that seemed like it made a huge impact late in the game. Yeah,
it's, to be able to have an experienced player on the floor that can shoot it and they have to worry about it, puts a lot more pressure on the defense, and we need him. We need Jarrett to rebound the ball. He's 6'9" and a good athlete, and has 2 rebounds. We need him to rebound the ball better. But offensively, he puts a lot more pressure on the defense, and he's probably just in terms of our defensive posts, he's our because of his experience, he's probably our most effective post defender.
Coach, I'm with you on the defensive end for sure, but certainly on things that we're looking for positives. 22 assists by your team tonight. What's that say about them?
Well, we made some shots. One,
yeah.
You don't get an assist if people don't make shots.
Yes.
But these guys are trying. They are. They're not quitting. This is heartbreaking, and I just told them after the game, I'd rather feel this way where my heart is broken than feel the way we've been feeling, which is just complete regret and what is going on. And I'd rather, this you can deal with because you poured your heart into it. The other ones you can't even look in the mirror, but this one you can at least look in the mirror. But we've got to clean some things up, or this is going to, it's just going to continue because we're not going to have offensive games like this every night. We have got to get better defensively.
Coach, I know the way Belmont plays, it aids that to where you have this type of game where it's very up and down. At one point, I think the shooting percentage was 75%.
79 the second half is incredible.
Is what your team was shooting, but it was because of that shot selection. But I want to get to, I know you say, look, there are areas you want this group to improve defensively, Coach, but in terms of diving for loose balls,
that one play there, that was incredible, by Sherm and by Mayo. You could just see our guys, their hearts were in it. But it just has to, that cannot be the exception. It can't be the exception. It's got to be the rule. It's just every time. Our kids poured it out. They did tonight, and we can be proud of that. But if we would just clean up a few things, we would feel way different.
Coach, in terms of those defensive improvements, I know late kind of described your reaction to our fans on the 3 foul for Belmont when it was a tie game at 83. I know it looked like Lumbley, no question, sold it. Maybe there was contact, but just in terms from your view, not asking you in terms of what you saw in there, just how in any way could a Drew or you guys defend that any better?
Yeah, we can't. So that would be the answer. That would be the answer. They were trying to get a 2-for-1 there, and he's a tremendous shooter. So that's what they were trying to get done.
Did you like your fight when you were down 5 coming out of the last media timeout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when it would have been easy just to fold up, and we didn't. And to get back in the game, to tie it, we just we got to get Ollie to shoot his free throws a little better, and it's a mental thing because there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. It's just he's got brain damage right now when it comes to that. But yeah, for us to be down in that moment and come back and tie the game, you're definitely proud of your kids.
Coach,
particularly with what we've been through.
Sure.
Yeah, no question. Coach, I know really it's probably, what you'll do, you'll get back to work as you always do, but now I know everybody feels, man, it's a tough pill to swallow, but now you always say it's how you respond to these really tough punches that your team has taken, and now how you build off of it. There's things that you can build off of here after this one tonight. There is,
and I really got I got at him at halftime. I mean, I really got at him, and they're looking at me like I'm a little crass. I want you to understand. I'm talking to you guys like you're 15-0. If you're 15-0, this is how I would be talking to you. And like my expectation is that's where we're going to get to. So if I know you feel bad and you're struggling, but it's time for me to coach you a little bit and not feel bad for you. And if we were 15-0, this is exactly what I would be saying to you. And the kids really came out and responded in the second half.
Coach, appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.